Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody. How you doing? This is DJ Stevo. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. We have a great show ahead of us. I know I say that all the time, but tonight we really do have a great show ahead of us. We got Griffin Tucker with us, everybody. He's a rock and roller from Texas. He's been on my show numerous times, even way back in the radio days, which will bring up a few conversations about that later on. But I'd like everybody to copy and paste the link and share it, please, with everybody you know, because we want to get some good looks and views for the show, and also we'll be posting Griffin's social medias. I would love for you to share those and like him too. So without further ado, here is Griffin Tucker, everybody. What's up, Griffin?
Hey y'all. Very good to see you, Steve.
It's always good to see you, man. Your hair's a little longer than last time,
Always. It's always longer.
and I think you got sideburns. Let me see your sideburns. Yeah,
Uh,
baby, he's rocking the burns, man. Wow. I might have to go on and show some pictures of you way back in the day without the sideburns.
oh shoot.
You know me. We're here to have fun. But how you been?
Yeah. I've been good. I've been good. I'm trying to I'm out of high school now. I've been out of high school for at least like a few months or something like that, but I'm doing music more than I've ever have been. I've been doing more shows, writing more, and just getting ready for the next steps that I'm gonna be taking as a musician and an artist to help spread my message of rock and roll out there. So I'm just doing everything more and more nowadays.
Got to keep it alive, man. You know, you got to keep that rock and roll alive.
Yeah.
So, COVID, did it slow you? It slowed you down for a little while. I saw you posting a lot of cancellations and stuff like that. Are you back up and running, or is COVID still a kind of an issue?
When it hit in March, I think it took I think my first gig back was the end of May. Um but it was pretty slow for a while. But I've gotten lucky with I've been working with my friend Trees Marie and also my friends Patrick Smith, Nick Snyder, and as well as my original bands with Caleb Davis and all those wonderful people, and Sammy too, who's our new drummer, by the way. We've gotten lucky with certain with just getting gigs here and there, but now that I'm getting my lineups figured out for my original projects. Now I'm starting to get back in the swing of gigging regularly. But yeah, it's starting to pick back up now.
Good. Well, we wanted to get your whole band on, and we were going to set you up so your whole band could perform live for everybody. But we just weren't quite ready for that with your band because you're just putting it together now. But in the future, we definitely want to get the whole band on. But what band are you now? Tell me, break down all these bands you're in.
So my original bands are the one that has been around for a while, Griffin Tucker and the Rock Revolution, with Patrick Smith and a guy named Josh on drums. Joshua Sloan. I'm terrible with names. So there's that band, um, and there's Violent Device, which is a new band, totally new originals, with my bassist Caleb Davis and Sammy on drums. And some of you might know Sammy. She plays in a couple other, well, I say couple, more like a few other cover and tribute bands, and she's awesome. Um, but I'm also in a Zeppelin tribute band playing drums called the Battle of Evermore with Trees Marie, Nick Snyder, Patrick Smith, and Jake Stewart. I'm also supporting Trees Marie doing her own original stuff, playing a little bit of guitar there. And yeah, those are the bands that I'm in now. I might be doing another drum band soon once we start getting some gigs hooked up, but can't say much about that yet. But those four are like my main ones right now.
Very cool, man. Once everything really settles down, you're going to be one busy dude.
Oh yeah.
So you think you would try to book shows with like all of those two or three, four, however many bands you just mentioned, all in the same night? Maybe you could just stay on stage for the whole night.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that because my birthday's coming up on in October the 24th. It's coming up, and I was thinking about having like these bands that I'm in all play like on the same stage, same night, and like I have a huge party. And I've thought about it. It's certainly a lot to. It can be exhausting. Thankfully, it's fun. They're all fun to do. But yeah, it would certainly be it would be a long night if we did like an hour set each.
It'd be one hell of a night, man. That would be great. So you would go from drums to guitar and singing, and then to just singing, maybe, right? You'd have to maybe give up a guitar for one of the sets or something.
Yeah, yeah. We'll end the whole show with just an acapella, just a doo wop thing. It'll be fun.
There you go. That would be awesome. Yeah. So hey, so let's play a song for everybody. I don't know where you want to start. You want to start with some of your older originals or some covers or wherever you want to start. But let's the audience would love to hear what you're all about, man. Right here, right now.
Well, sweet. This first song I'm gonna do is actually off my Believe It album, my first album that I released, and it's this one's the second song off the album, and it's called "Gotta Tell You." I actually have my guitar right here. How convenient. Gotta tell you true. I've been thinking about you. Well, my heart feels blue 'cause I'm here without you. And I don't care if we're young. No, 'cause you know you're the only one. Yeah, so I gotta make you see. You belong with me. One love, one kiss, one heart, can't miss. One me, one you, it's too good to be true. Wanna hold you tight, wanna show you, baby, it's alright, no matter what you do. Well, my heart belongs to you, so I got to make you see. You belong with me. One love, one kiss, one heart, can't miss. One me, one you, it's too good to be true. I could go a million miles. I could see a million smiles. But you're the one for me. One love, one kiss, one heart, can't miss. One me, one you, is too good to be true.
Griffin Tucker, everybody, all the way from the big state of Texas. Wow, man, you rocked it. Do you have any strings break on that song or anything? Or
Not yet. The next song, though.
yeah, so on stage, has it ever happened to you when you're rocking it out? You break a string or something, and
Oh yeah, all the time. I was actually just playing an acoustic show last night with my friends Trees Marie and Patrick Smith, and during the last song we played three sets, and the last song we did was Stairway, and right as we were like no, we were in the last like the solo, and I was doing the solo, and the G string broke. And if you look like at a guitar, if an E string breaks, like your top, like this bottom string, you can kind of live with that. You can kind of, because you kind of have the flow still. But if you have like a transition string like your B or your G, that kind of like messes up the entire flow. So it was kind of awkward, but I made it. So
so
show must go on.
you don't have a backup guitar on a stand every show.
I do.
That's good.
I do, but I mean, the last song was like, of course, it had to be the last song, but
But you
yeah,
rocked it because the show must go on.
that's right.
And where was that at?
It was actually at Shrek Yard Colony. It's a very neat venue. It's got a very it's got the aesthetic. It's called the Truck Yard. It has like all these car parts around, and it's a huge venue. And luckily there was a lot of people who came out, and I was really excited that we all got to party together. So
Very cool, man. Very cool. Hey, I want to thank everybody out there right now watching. I know the chat room is going crazy for Griffin Tucker, everybody. But thank you so
woo!
much. Send the hearts up the side of that screen. I'll be posting his social media, so make sure you go out and like him, follow him, and whatever else you do to him on social medias. And let's give him a good show tonight, right here in the underground. So Griffin, you also play at and I didn't get to talk to you much about this. You played at what's that car guy that says the big show and he has a restaurant? What's the name of that? The didn't you play at his place?
Oh my
The
goodness.
guy that restores cars on TV and then something garage or you can tell I'm prepared, folks, for this one. But
I'm clearly prepared too.
you
Um,
I think you played at
I
his.
cannot remember.
Oh wow. What the heck was the name of it? If anybody out there remembers the name of that show with that tall, skinny guy with the cool hair, and he used to restore cars. He didn't, but he would pay other people to do it, and he talked crap to them. And then he would go to the auctions. I forget the name of the show, but he's got a stage out there, a restaurant out there in Texas. And I thought you had performed there once or twice. Gasoline Alley or something, or
Mule Alley.
that ain't
I
it.
just played at Mule Alley when it just opened, but I don't think that's. I'm sure it's not
Gasoline
around. It's
Garage. Gasoline Garage. Maybe it wasn't you.
okay.
Anyways, he played at Alley Garage.
You know that guy.
Yeah, everybody knows him. Someone will remember that show, and they're gonna send a message. So I'm gonna have to check out my messages every now and again. But yeah, so we got a good crowd here going on tonight, Griffin, and you know, it's always awesome to have you on the show.
Absolutely,
Can,
I love doing
can
this. You're
you
awesome, dude.
can you remember when I first started playing your music on American Veterans Radio?
I have the worst memory. I have so much music going on up in here. There's hardly room for anything
That was a
else.
long
But
time ago.
I know it was a long time ago,
Long time ago.
and I really do appreciate you and all the support that you and all the fans out there have been giving me. It really means so much.
Yeah, I actually had a gentleman who he's probably messaging me, and I'm going to have to check his name out. He messaged me to find out exactly what time you were playing today because he's one of your friends. He was fans. He wasn't a friend of mine or a fan of mine. He was your fan. He saw you
Oh,
probably a post on your page, and he sent me a message to find out where's the show going to be. I gotta see Griffin Tucker. But
awesome.
I'll look through when you're playing your next song. I'll look through and try to dig up his name. But yeah, so what's going on in the near future? You got some gigs coming up?
In the near future, I'm hoping to get my original projects back up and running. We've been dealing with some drummer changes, in both the bands. But now that we have our lineups set, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to be out and gigging and actually like seeing y'all face to face instead of like on live streams, which is very fun because I get to see people who aren't exactly like around my area. But it's also
Right.
fun to be able to see the other side of the performance conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
of
but
course.
besides gigging, I'm also trying to write a lot. I'm trying to get back in the creative mood. It comes and it goes. But I do have a couple. I have like some music. I have some music like like floating around. Just got to get some lyrics set to them. Then I have to record them. Then you have to mix them and
So
master
where's
them.
it? It's floating around in your head, or where's it floating
It's
around?
floating around in my iPad, which I'm actually looking into right now. But some of it's floating around in here. Some of it's just a voice memo. Some of it's fully arranged on my iPad. It's all in varying degrees of completion, but
So you
there's
you can write.
there aren't many lyrics yet.
So you do write music and arrange it, and
Yes, I do write. I write my music. I arrange it because I play all these different instruments, and it's nice having like the camaraderie of like when you're playing with people that you can like have that camaraderie of playing with them. But as far as like creating something that I've written myself, I like being able to have complete like artistic control of what I'm putting out there and how everything kind of flows into each other. So yeah, I do arrange everything that I do.
Very cool. Are we going to get to hear maybe a different instrument today? I forgot to talk to you about that and have you.
Shoot,
You got it.
a different instrument? I
Well,
mean, I have a bass.
yeah, you could do a little bass line for us if it would be too hard to set up or.
My bass is unfortunately in the other room,
All right,
but
never mind. We'll get you next time on that.
next time.
Or harmonica. You play harmonica or.
I'll do Piano Man next time.
We had a girl on Alpha Garcia and she played the kazoo for us.
Yes,
But
that's awesome.
she has a kazoo in a lot of her music. You're a big John Lennon fan. She just won a John Lennon contest for the best world song. She did a original Filipino song, and
Interesting. That's very cool.
she won a Lennon. So since we're talking about John Lennon, you're a Beatle fanatic.
Yeah, I am. I love the Beatles, man.
And how did you?
Actually, if you see, I have the Beatles on my left, and Paul and the Beatles to my right. So I'm kind of surrounded by them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you are. On the other camera, I got those cropped out, so I'm got you back with me on camera, and yeah, we can see you in the background. Very
Yeah,
cool. And
there they are.
so how did you is that something where your parents introduced you to the Beatles since you are a young dude?
My mom, whenever she'd drive me to school when I was like in preschool or kindergarten, she would always play the Beatles radio because there wasn't like anything to worry about as far as like what the songs like what the lyrics were gonna say or like how dark the music could be. Like if I was listening to ACDC, then but but I would always listen to the Beatles on the way to school, and I just had I don't know what it was. I was just interested by the way that just like everything just sounded together, and I remember hearing Obladi Oblada, and of course I was still learning how to speak. I was still learning new words. And I was like, what does Obladi Oblada mean, Paul? But I just gravitated towards it, and I kept listening to it, and then I moved on to different bands like ACDC, Kiss, Zeppelin, Queen, and I'm getting into ABBA, and Schoolhouse Rock is very underrated, by the way. Um, I love all the different like classic bands, whether it's like 70s rock, 60s rock, a little bit of 70s pop is great too. Um, little like teaspoon of funk too. Just to kind of create all these different like influences that I've just kind of like gravitated towards. But yeah, Beatles because I kind of get on kicks on Zeppelin and Queen, um, or Kiss or ACDC or whatever. But the Beatles for me kind of stays constant in my life. Like I like whenever it comes up in like even in my if my in my shuffle playlist, I don't usually like skip a Beatles song. Like if I'm really not in the mood for I don't know a Kiss song or an ACDC song, then I might just skip it. But I'm really not in the mood to listen to a Beatles song. You know?
I'm adjusting one of the cameras real quick here, but keep talking. We love it.
Yeah. Um. I mean the Beatles. I started out in the Beatles tribute band actually. I started off playing drums, singing the backup vocals because I was 8, so I could still sing the high Paul backup parts. Um, but that was a lot of fun, and of course, it helped me learn all the different and appreciate not only just like love all the songs and enjoy playing them, but also appreciate the arrangements and how the bass line would like drive the song, or if it would like pull the song back, or how Ringo's drum part would kind of like set the tone for the song. And of course, the lyrics that all four of them would write were just amazing. So
Well, very
I had a lot of
cool.
appreciation for them.
Very cool, man. That's awesome that you love them that much. You ever get to meet them?
Yeah. No, I got to see this poster right here. I got to see Paul in 2009. But that's the closest I've ever gotten to meeting one of them.
Very cool.
Which
You have met a lot of people, and we'll get into that in a minute. But let's have another song.
another song.
Yeah,
This is
baby.
another song off of the Believe It CD. This one is the fourth. Yeah, the fourth song. Goodness, I'm so sorry. This song, this song is called "Light It Up." There was a time when life was cold. There was a time when I was so out of my mind, no control. I had to find a way to go. And one day, the music came. It filled the sky. It showed the way. Light it up for the world to see. Light it up like it's meant to be. Light it up like the sun. Light it up for everyone. So when your blue sky turns dark and gray, just sing out loud and light the way. You can light it up every day. Come on now, let me hear you say, light it up for the world to see. Light it up like it's meant to be. Light it up like the sun. Light it up for everyone. Be strong, find your way, and light it up every day. Be strong, find your way, and light it up every day. Light it up for the world to see. Light it up like it's meant to be. Light it up like the sun. Light it up for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Griffin Tucker, everybody. And that was Gas Monkey Garage.
Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Yes.
I played both at the Bar and Grill. I actually played there with a Kiss tribute band. But my original band played at Gas Monkey Live. And yeah, those are a lot of fun.
See, I knew I wasn't crazy. but thank you to Chuck Davis was one of the people who messaged me on that, and another person, a couple people, Mr. Reed and Michael. Everybody knew. Why didn't you know?
Oh my goodness.
So those are some of the good experiences when you play at places like that, right?
Absolutely. Those are a lot of fun, and they're great venues too.
Yeah, the better venues are the venues with the really good sound guys, right?
Oh, of course. The sound guy makes the venue.
Exactly. Yeah. There's some here in San Diego. There's a few venues that have just amazing sound guys. So you really want to, play there as often as you can.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to.
Cool. So so you're out of high school now, and somehow I'm sure you got out with a very high grade average, right?
Yes, I graduated National Honor Society
Wow.
again somehow. But yeah, I put myself under, I guess now that looking back, a lot of like unneeded stress of trying to make sure that I was keeping all A's. But it's definitely useful. I'm always going to be trying to make music like what I'm doing for the rest of my life. But I also like, if I ever want to be able to use the grades that I have for whatever else I might want to just try, I guess. It's always nice to just kind of have that in my back pocket if I ever want to go to college. But I'm also going to be studying audio engineering. I don't know if they're going to care about my English grade when I go apply for audio engineering, but you never know. But I have it, so I guess I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry. You got an A, so even if they ask you, you can just tell them not to worry about it. Rock and roll is not gradable.
Yes.
In high school, anyways.
That's some good news.
Yeah. So since the last time I saw you, like we were talking earlier, your hair's gotten longer. You're in 3 bands. I think you just got your. I think you just got your license. It's been a while since you were on my show, but I think you just got your license.
I got my license 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and
So you were on 2 years ago.
I have become the best driver in my household. Don't tell my mom and dad and brother I said that. But
Well, they're listening,
the
so
only the only thing that I've ever like bumped into was my garage door. So I'm glad that it was just at my house and not out on the road, because that would have been tragic. But that's my only ding so far. Of course, knock on wood, but
knock on wood. You got a
doing good
whole
so far.
yeah, you got a whole life ahead of you, and it's a lot of times it's not yourself you got to worry about. It's those other crazies out there.
Yeah,
We all make
absolutely.
mistakes, though. We all look
Mm-hmm.
up and said we all make mistakes. We all look up and say, "Holy crap, that was a red light! Damn!" So just be careful.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Awesome. So let's have another song, and we're gonna play a video a little later on of you in your Zeppelin band drumming. I wanted the people to let because everybody's probably seen you playing guitar, singing, and all that, but maybe they haven't seen you playing the drums. So we'll play that after this.
Sweet. Well, to be quite frank, I didn't know we were doing a third song, but I will do a song that I just released, one of my latest singles. This is a song just saying I guess positive and optimistic when you're going through hard times or trials and tribulation, as I know a lot of people have been going through with just how the way the world is right now. But just it's just important, I guess, to find the good things where you can, and just be grateful for, I guess, what you do have. This is called Beautiful Disaster. Here and now, I'm looking back on the days, all the times when I lost my way. In the rain, I'd run for cover. Instead of being cleansed, I let it pull me under. Instead of feeling blessed, but now I have come to this place. When I see lightning flashing, I'll know it's angels crashing. I'll feel the passion, 'cause it's beautiful. Let go of my defenses, just to awake my senses. The storm is ending in this beautiful disaster. This is real. I've come to see face to face all the doubt that I feel inside's been erased. Each cloud has a silver lining, no matter how dark it seems, and it won't keep the sun from shining or let it break my dreams. And now I have come to this place. When I see lightning flashing, I'll know it's angels crashing. I'll feel the passion, 'cause it's beautiful. Let go of my defenses, just to awake my senses. The storm is ending in this beautiful disaster. In a world of shadows, there has to be light. In finding a balance, there's no black and white. Oh, but now I have come to this place in life where I belong. When I see lightning flashing, I'll know it's angels crashing. I'll feel the passion, 'cause it's beautiful. Let go of my defenses, just
Cool, cool, cool. Even the rock stars have ballads. Do you remember the big hair bands back in the '80s that they all had their ballads and
Oh yeah,
the girls all went wild over them?
it was mandatory, man.
Yeah. Um. So you played "Light It Up" earlier, right?
Yeah, slide it up.
What can you give us a little story of the background about that one?
Light it up. Light it up. I at least like prior to making like actually like going down and saying I'm gonna make this album. It was kind of like shelved for a little bit. I wasn't really sure like what I was gonna do with the song. Plus, at that time, my voice was changing.
I remember
Um,
that.
but it had a different melody, and I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it since I didn't really have like I can't really sing those notes as easily as I could at one point. But I changed it around a little bit, and I just kind of redug it up, I guess, for the Believe It album. Um, but yeah, it's just a song about making the world a better place, making a positive impact, which is it's very important for the people who do need, some positivity. Um, but yeah, that's basically what the song's about. It's just a good happy rock song, I guess.
Very cool.
It almost actually didn't make it on the album because it's I guess because I like to be like intricate because I keep learning more about like different things that I guess could be like because I keep learning about different genres. Like I'm learning a little bit about jazz, a little bit about funk, and I kind of like making like complex things. And Light It Up is a very simple song. It's got a simple melody. It's got simple chords, and I wasn't really crazy about it like when I put it on the CD initially. But my fans who I love so very much, um, have kept telling me that some of them it's their favorite song, and it blows my mind because it is so simple. But I guess that's what it is about it. It's a simple message, just make the world a better place, and it's accompanied by a simple arrangement, a simple melody, and I guess it doesn't really need much I guess like sugarcoating by making it more complex. But yeah, so that kind of taught me a lot about just keeping it simple. The KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid. But yeah, it's definitely been a learning curve, and it's been eye opening as far as the amount of effort that I like feel like I need to put into songs, just kind of make it like live up to a certain standard. But some songs just keep it simple.
Right, right. And so one thing I really like about your music is your lyrics, and that's one thing I definitely pay attention to when I listen to music is the lyrics. And I usually will listen to a song a few times if I have the chance to, just so I can get into the lyrics, see what someone's coming up with, and all that good stuff. So you are very creative with your lyrics, also.
Thank you. Actually, my mom writes my lyrics and I write all the music, but she's a very good lyricist, and
Oh,
and of course she
wow.
likes to say that she doesn't do it like professionally, but she does a pretty good job at it.
She surely does. Well,
Um,
big shout out to mom.
Absolutely, Mama G. But yeah, I write all the music. I'm actually the opposite. I really don't listen to lyrics, which is why I don't really have, I guess, a taste or a drive to want to make lyrics of my own. Whereas, like when I'm listening to a song, I'm so interested in what like a bass line is doing. Like if you're listening to a song like "A Day in the Life," which has incredible lyrics, and of course the melody just makes it even more dreamy. But Paul is putting down such a cool bass line, and Ringo's drum fills are just everything. And but I totally get like I know like a lot of people just listen to lyrics, and that's the message of the song. That's for some people that's what the song is there for, and that's a very it's very important to have a good message behind the song. But I really appreciate good arrangements, and I really appreciate good musicianship just as much as good lyrics. But
Yeah, of
as
course,
far
definitely.
as as far as my lyrics, my mom is
Wow.
incredible. So
Well, that's a great combination, and you don't really hear of combinations like teams like that very often. So that's
yeah,
that's pretty darn cool.
and of course Elton people like Elton John had Bernie Taupin who had such a deep appreciation for good lyrics, and Elton was so into making good melodies, writing his piano parts, and it kind of just put together. It just made something magical. So
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that I have my mom as as my partner.
She helps you out a lot too.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So I think we're a little confused, but I don't remember telling you only were going to play two songs.
I must have misunderstood, but
Um,
I have more than
this
two
is
songs.
this is the underground show, dude, and we're here to entertain the people out there. They're already
That's
telling
right.
they're already telling me, Steve, you talk too much. Give the kid a chance. Let him play some music. Let him play his guitar. So I'm glad you got
No,
more.
you're totally good. Yeah.
All right, good.
I'm writing more acoustic songs, thankfully, because my whole like Believe It CD was all just good old rock and roll, just overdriven guitars, loud drums, and all that. But I'm trying to write just a few acoustic songs because I am doing like acoustic shows every now and then, and I want to be able to do songs that I've kind of written for that setting. So,
Well, speaking
but
of,
yeah, you're totally good.
I'm not like
luckily I know my lyrics.
the underground show isn't like the other shows where they only give you two or three songs, and they want to be talking so much, and then they only do like a half-hour show. No way, man. We're here to rock it. So to
That's
rock
right.
it, I'm gonna play a video just so they can see you drumming because you are an amazing drummer also. And
Well, thank you.
I'm not going to play the whole song because it's a Led Zeppelin song and they tend to be very long. So I'll just give them
Yes.
a taste of it, and we'll come back and we'll talk some more. But here is Griffin Tucker on the drums, everybody. Give a big shout out. Send those love up hearts up the side and show him some love while this song is playing. Crazy, crazy, man. Those are some good skins you're beating over there, man.
Yeah. That was a
So
long time ago, actually.
how long ago?
Was it 4 years ago?
Well, that
Maybe
was
3 years ago. But
oh wow.
that was the only time I ever did
The,
a drum solo
uh-huh.
because I personally find them to be boring. Like when I'm listening to it, it's just like okay, here's some more snare rolls. You're gonna hit a cymbal here and there.
Oh,
But
if you're on the dance floor and you got a beer in your hand and a girl in front of you, drum solos are the best, man.
but yeah, that was a while ago. But I don't usually do drum solos. But yeah, that was my one moment to just kind of like whoa, here I am.
Very cool, man. All right, everybody. We're going to take a little break here from talking music, and we're going to talk about my new store. Everybody keeps telling me they love my hats, they love my logo, and they love stuff like that, or my T-shirts, and they want to know where they can get them from. So I have opened up my underground store, and you can see it on screen. Griffin, you can look at it later. Um, but we have all sorts of items and some pretty cool stuff with the underground logo, sweatshirts, T-shirts, the coffee mugs, and then we also have the girl power. A lot of people commented on my girl power logo that I would put on with the social medias of all the girl or lady artists that are on my show. So we had a couple items made with that. So you can check those out too. Prices are very fair. You can help support the Underground Show by purchasing them. And yeah, that's all. So Griffin, you started up the first time we had you on the show. You were making some T-shirts and stuff. You still doing that?
Oh, is this the part where I get to plug my merch too?
Yeah, plug it.
Yeah. Well, I have a little bit of merch. I have like shirts, picks, dog tags, whatever you feel. There's actually a Vinyl Device mask out there somewhere. But if you want to like get any of that, if you do like merch and swag and all that, you can. I really hope that you can get it here. You can get it at www.griffintuckermusic.rocks, and you can also find my other social medias there.
Right. We have it up there right now on screen. So we've got Facebook.com, Griffin Tucker Music, Instagram.com, GKT Rocks, Twitter.com, GKT Rocks, YouTube.com is GKT Rocks 2012. Wow. And then, of course, his webpage is griffintuckermusic.rocks. And that's where you can go and check out all his merch. Very cool, man. Yeah, we got to get get those little little self ads in there.
I'm
stuff.
awful at self promotion. I'm awful at it.
Yeah, I kind of feel guilty sometimes. That's why I don't really do it, because it's not like I'm trying to take people's money or something, but there are some expenses involved with doing the show for sure. And plus, people really do want the merch. I forgot to load up some pictures of people who have already bought them. They took pictures and sent them to me, and I'll post them up on the Underground Show page a little bit later on. But yeah, but let's have another song, Griffin, since I'm going to get a few extra songs out of you tonight.
Whew. This next song, unbeknownst to me, is you know what? I'm gonna go with my first song. My first song. I released this song in 2013, 14, Valentine's Day. I know that.
Wow. For a girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess. And yeah. But this song is called. This one, I'm sure some of you know the song. This is called Girlfriend. Skips a beat whenever you look at me. Get a chill from my head to my feet. 'Cause girlfriend, I wanna be a boyfriend. You're the one, the only one for me. My heart feels the flame whenever you call my name. Don't you know it's insane how I feel? 'Cause girlfriend,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's been a while for
Girlfriend.
that song.
I remember that song now. Very cool, man. I think the girls out there all think you're singing it to them.
That's right. You. You right there.
Very cool. Yeah. So that was the first song you recorded, you said, or the first song you guys wrote?
Uh, well, the deal with that song was this guy named Patrice Wilson, who I guess infamously produced "Friday" by Rebecca Black,
Oh,
as well
wow.
as other great hits.
Yeah.
um, he I went. I think I went to like some meeting. I honestly can't remember how we met him, but the deal he wanted to make was, you pick one of my beats, and then like you pick one of my beats, and then you write the lyrics. I think it's been a minute, but we picked the one beat that was like the most rock thing we could find. Um, and if you hear like how it sounds like on the first recording, because I re-recorded it for the Believe It album, with everything by me and all that jazz. Um, but the first recording was very produced, and the drums were very poppy, and it just kind of had a very pop sound. Um, but my mom and dad wrote the lyrics for that one. Um, and we did that. We did the melody for it. I got the guitar solo. That was my one contribution. And yeah, that was my first song, and that was just kind of like getting my foot in the door. And then I had like "Need You Badly," which was written by a good friend Paul Averett. And then we started writing more like just my mom and I, when we started doing songs like "All Along," "More Than a Friend," "Sweeter Than a Melody," and the "Believe It" album. So it was my first little step in the door.
Well, it's too bad it didn't hit like Rebecca Black's song hit.
Yeah.
You know, you would,
I guess for better or for worse. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. She got like crucified over that song.
I feel so bad because there's only so much you can do, especially when like, because Patrice had like he really wanted like the beat to be his. He didn't want me to like re-record the beat, just me doing everything. He wanted it to be his beat so that it could be like, I guess, like his contribution or something. But I guess with a deal like that, there's not much you can do to change it. But if there's exposure and money on the line, then I guess you do what you got to do.
I'm all
But
for it. Yeah.
yeah.
She actually came back and she was on a competition a couple years ago, and she sounded really good. She was on that one with Diddy. I forget the name of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of L.A. It was a singing show.
Was it the four?
The Four, yeah. She actually
Yeah.
she actually came out and was on that, and she sounded amazing, man. I think she really is a good singer.
Mm-hmm. She is. It's just, of course, I guess because I was like, what? How old was I 6 years ago? 12, 13. I would have. I was young, and I was just wanting to make a song, put something out there, and I was just ready to do. I was just ready to do anything just to get a song out there, and of course, I guess that's what I had to do. But I haven't gone back to since.
Oops. Um, so do you have a video of that? Should we go back and watch a video of you way back in the day?
Way back in the day,
What?
flashback.
Let's do a flashbacks. People love when I do that. So for the um,
And Girlfriend was my first video. We shot it in L.A. Um, and the wonderful videographers. I'm so bad with the names. I think his name was Ian Hotchkiss. That was his name. He hired all these extras to be like, because we kind of wanted it to be like reminiscent of A Hard Day's Night, with all the girls chasing after the Beatles and all that. So we hired some extras to just be like, to act like they were crazy about me. Um, and
but they
it was a lot
were,
of fun shooting that video.
but
I would hope so.
they were, man.
Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun shooting that video, and I'm playing my golden girl in that video. My trusty golden girl.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to go back in time. We just have to do it.
Woo!
People just need to see how talented you were, even way back then.
Wait,
So
what's the release date on the video? Let's get that out there.
Okay, let me.
I honestly can't remember how old it is.
It was 2012, June 27th, 2012, and it's Maybe I'm Amazed.
Oh, maybe I'm amazed.
On
Yeah, I did
P.
that with yeah, I did that with a friend Salim at his studio, and we did Help too. That was the first video we did, and then this one, maybe I'm amazed. So I'll let you take it away. I won't keep filling up the time.
Well, here is Griffin Tucker, everybody. Back in 2012, how old were you then?
11, I
With
think.
with Maybe I'm Amazed.
Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you pull me out of time. You hold me all night. Maybe I'm amazed at the way I really need you. Maybe I'm a man, or maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, or maybe you're the only one who could ever help me. Baby, won't you help me to understand? Maybe I'm a man, or maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, and maybe you're the only one but who could ever help me. Baby, won't you help me to understand? Baby, I'm amazed at the way you're with me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of the way I leave you. Baby, I'm amazed at the way you help me sing my song. You right me when I'm wrong. Baby, I'm amazed at the way I really need you. Yeah, 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 whoa, whoa, yeah.
Maybe I'm amazed right now, man.
Oh, man,
That was cool.
I haven't seen that video in a long time, actually.
I kind of do that to the artist, you know. um, and the you were just, I mean, listen to how you sounded back then. You were only 12 years old, and the guy whoever did the recording and the mixing didn't really do anything with your voice. That was all pretty just straightforward, dry. What came out of your mouth, not too much effects, and you just sounded great for a 12-year-old. You sounded totally amazing.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and the piano skill and the guitar skill. I think you're lacking. You're lagging nowadays, dude. You better step it up, man. That 12-year-old man, the 12-year-old Griffin, and you haven't cut
I'm
your.
only a shadow of my 12-year-old self.
You haven't even cut. You haven't even cut your hair since then, probably, right?
No.
Well, very cool. I appreciate being able to bring that out and sharing with the people out there. And there's so many people, sending up the messages right now. It's really, really cool. I'd have to put my glasses on so I could read them back. But Griffin will come back on sometime over the weekend, and he'll answer all your questions or like all your comments for sure later on. Yeah, so obviously the Beatles were a great inspiration way, way, way back in the day. You still love them to this day. You think you'll ever try to meet him someday, or Paul
I'm always
McCartney,
hoping to.
Paul, anyways.
Yeah, I'm always hoping to just run into him if that's possible. But I mean, yeah, they're my heroes. So I guess, of course, some people like to say, "Oh, you should never meet your heroes. It's always a letdown." But
Oh,
at least from the interviews I've seen, they
Who-
just seem like
who's
very
still
nice
who's still alive? Paul
Paul and Ringo.
and Ringo, the only two alive. Wow. Yeah. God rest their souls up there in the heaven of music heaven.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but you have met some pretty cool people. Why don't you maybe rattle off some people you've met through your endeavors?
I've gotten to meet a lot of people around my age who have the same dream that I do. People like Patrick Smith, Trees Marie, Nick Snyder, Jake Stewart, Caleb Davis, Joshua Sloan, Sammy, who's in my new band, Vinyl Device, and a lot of people who have come and gone throughout my life in different bands that I've been in. Robbie Gustin, who has Supernova Remnant, is also a really really great guy, and I'm just so grateful for all of them that they've supported me, and also that I've been able to support them and what they in their own dreams too. But I've also gotten to meet some of my fans, and I wish that I could meet, all of my fans, and that's the dream. But it's so humbling because when you do have YouTube channels and Twitter pages and Instagram pictures, I guess, and comments, all you see is just the profile picture and the words, but it means so much more when you get to meet the people who support you in person, because I really do it's just so, it boggles my mind that the amount of people that support me do support me, and it just humbles me, and it's a major reason for why I keep making music, and I'm constantly passionate and driven to keep making music, is because all these people behind, the Instagram comments, the Twitter tweets, the YouTube comments, or whatever it may be. It's humbling to see the people behind those words, um, and just talk to them face to face, because it's very important to have a support group, and to have so many people who are in that group for me. It's just amazing. So
Yeah, I mean they're the ones who buy your albums, will buy your concert tickets, and they'll go to your funeral. I mean, you know
which
what I'm
is
saying?
hopefully a long time from
A
now.
long time from now, after a few number one after a few number one hits or whatever. But do you have any stories about like fans that met you like maybe from another state or something, and they happened to meet you, or they were real gushy, or they were like kind of like thought you were a Hollywood star or something?
I have a couple of interactions that I remember fondly. When I went to the UK in 2014, I had this fan named Matthew. He it's been so long, but he has like he runs this choir, like this children's choir, and he plays piano, and he loves music, and he loved what I was doing. And when I came over there, I finally got to meet him, and it was so crazy because I'm sure at that point neither of us thought that we'd ever like you know actually like see each other because we're at two opposite ends of the pond. But it was amazing to meet him because he was a very nice person, and he said that my song "Gotta Get the Girl" was the one song or the one thing that pushed him to finally like ask out his crush, which I thought was just warmed my heart. But that's one that particularly sticks out. But I love my like I have a fan in New York named Morgan. I have fans all over like Tim, Xander, and all these. I it'd be impossible to name all of my fans, but I'm just so grateful for all of my wonderful Griff fans.
And how about locally? You get some pretty big crowds at your shows, right?
Yes, thankfully.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to Dennis Hoffner, everybody. He's the guy that I was telling you about who knew you were going to be on the show and contacted me to find out what time the show was at and stuff. And he's a huge fan of Griffin Tucker, and he definitely told me that.
Well, awesome.
So
Well, hello.
I don't know. Do you have your cell phone there, or are you able to see the chat stream, or no?
I don't have my cell
Okay.
phone. I always get my cell phone confiscated whenever I do anything music.
All right. Well,
Courtesy of my mother.
I'm gonna put my old man glasses on, and I'm gonna put you on screen.
Probably a good thing, I guess. Less distraction.
And I'm gonna get some.
I'm trying to do something. All of a sudden, Apple News Spotlight. It's like I shouldn't be paying attention to that.
Yeah. So in the room we've got Billy Bell,
Hello.
Chuck Davis, who's a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
He watches all my shows. He's a big fan. But I think I met him when I first put you on the show one time. He's been watching all my shows ever since. And then we have, of course, Kimberly Tucker. I'm not sure who that is, but she's in
Me
the room.
neither.
We got
That's Mama G for those who don't know.
Mama G and Cricket Reed.
That's Grandmama G.
Oh, all right. And then let's see. Is it Jemmy Rays? Geimy Rays. She made a comment about the song "Girlfriend."
Yeah.
Joy Womack Griffin.
Oh, hello, Joy.
Is that a cousin or an aunt or?
Oh, she's a very very good. She's oh my goodness. This is really embarrassing. She's a cousin. She's somehow I feel so bad. It's been a long time since I've seen Joy, but she actually made like a blanket that I have. It's like a Beatles like Kill Submarine.
Wow, good for you, Joy.
Yeah, but yeah, Joy is awesome.
Big shout out to Joy.
My brain fart right now.
Gina Morgan.
Yeah.
Laura York Davis. George Lopez.
George.
Is he the comedian George Lopez? Michael Morgan. What's up, Michael? Thanks for helping me out with the Monkey Gas Garage, or however you call it. And who else? We got Steve or Apollo. I'm in the room. Yeah, so Norman Weingartner. So a lot of people came out to watch you tonight, Griffin.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate y'all tuning in.
And that's what kind of will carry you to the next level will be your fans, especially when you start playing bigger venues and you have to fill up the venue. They're going to come out and watch you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping that I get to tour in all the places where my fans are. Because I'm constantly in like the Texas like DFW area, but I'm hoping to branch out and come to my fans.
Yeah, well, if you keep playing with your bands, other bands, and you never know, a well-known band might need a guitar player, and they'll hook you up and take you on a 6-month tour or something, and which is always cool because then you get to meet people and get yourself out there in front of even more people.
Yeah.
Would you consider doing something like that?
I'd love to. Absolutely.
Like if Queen needed a guitar player, or
golly, that'd be so
if Kiss was coming back one more time.
Farewell Tour Part 3.
Speak about Kiss. You were definitely, and I was a Kiss huge Kiss fan back in the 8-track days. Is when I started listening to Kiss, and one of the most best songs I've ever liked was the song Beth.
Yeah, Beth is a really good song, and ironically enough, that was voted the #1 song of 1976, even though it was the most un-Kiss song that Kiss had ever released. But I find that super ironic and super funny. But it's a good song.
Yeah, I remember back that year. I was like 17 years old. What year? 76?
76.
I was 15 years old back then. And I remember riding in the back seat of my friends' cars because I didn't have a license yet. And when that song came out, it was in the summertime. We were just cruising around listening to "Oh Beth, What Can I Do?"
Yeah, I remember that too. I was -44, and it was fond memories.
But it's a great song lyrically. Once again, lyrically, because
yes.
it's there's a few songs that can touch that. I got to do this, and they pass up on things in life because they have to pursue their dreams or what have you. Another song was like "The Cat's in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon." That song, for whoever doesn't know, is about a father who didn't have time for his son. And then when he did have time for his son, the son didn't have time for him. Cat's in the Cradle. Anyways, give us another song before I get in trouble.
Shoot, Steve.
Do you have another one? You don't have another one?
You know what? I'm gonna find one. This next song. My guitar is still in tune. This song. Goodness, this song is was my second song I ever released. Yeah, we'll do this song. I need to tune, y'all.
Go ahead, tune up. While you're tuning up, everybody, I'm here in the underground with Griffin Tucker. Send some love up that screen. Get out there and check out his social medias. I'll show them again while he's singing, and like him. Whatever you do on the social medias, like him, follow him, and all that good stuff. But here is Griffin Tucker, everybody.
This was my second song that I ever released, written by a good friend Paul Avert, and this one's called "Need You Badly." I've been out of my head since we said our goodbyes, and you know me so well, it should be no surprise that I need you badly. Yes, I need you so bad. Now I'm trying to tell you the way that I feel, so how can you believe that my love isn't real when I need what you done to me, girl, what your love means to me when I need you badly. Yes, I need you so bad. I got this song. Yes. I know we've had our troubles, but love wasn't reason enough just to give it a try. Try to understand why you cheat and you lie, but your heart is so bad I just break down and cry. So I hope you can hear me, I hope you can see what you done to me, girl, what your love means to me when I need you badly. Yes, I need you so bad. Girl, now I need you badly. Yes, I need you so bad. Girl, now I need you so badly. Yes, I need you so bad.
And that's rock and roll, everybody, right here on the Underground Show with Griffin Tucker, all the way from Texas. Hey, who's Mark Martel?
Mark Martel?
Martel. Sorry.
Mark Martel, he was famously discovered by Roger Taylor and the Queen Extravaganza project, I guess you could call it, as being pretty much the second best thing to Freddie Mercury, basically nearly sounding exactly like Freddie, specifically like in the 70s when he still had that cleaner tone. But Mark, as much as he gets compared to Freddie, which of course is a tremendous compliment, he's really amazing in his own right, and he has these originals, and he has his own songs that he's doing, and he takes, and of course it sounds like it's Freddie come back doing his own songs, non-Queen songs and Queen songs. But he was found by Roger Taylor. He was in the Queen Extravaganza for a while. Now I think he's in a band called the Ultimate Queen Celebration now. But I got to meet him once. I got to meet him while we were both trying out for The Voice. We were doing like a callback, like an executive like callback. But they were like going through like roll call, like a classroom. They were like, okay, this person, Mark Martel, and I just shot up. I was like, hold on. I was like, wait, did they just say Mark Martel? And so I got to meet him, and I geeked out, and we jammed for a little bit. But yeah, he's a super cool guy, and I actually encourage y'all to check him out. He's super awesome.
How did he do? Did he make it on The Voice?
Mark actually, I think he was, because he was still with Queen Extravaganza at the time, and I think they had a tour get scheduled, so he didn't have enough time to be able to. Because when you're on The Voice, the first week I was out there was in August doing like a callback week. I think my memory's terrible, as you can tell. But we were doing the first week, that first little week, we were doing like executive callbacks or whatever. And that's where I met him, and we were just like going with the flow. I guess the team was figuring stuff out, seeing who was going to make it, who wasn't going to make it. And so we were doing all that, and I think shortly after we did that, his tour got scheduled, and right after that, he performed at the Queen Museum, Queen Exhibition in Montreux. Where Queen recorded their last few albums in a smattering of other songs that they did like earlier in their career, like in their mid-career. But they did a live stream there for Freddie's birthday, and I think they like kicked off their tour there. But yeah, he had other plans going on, and and of course he doesn't really need to be on The Voice because he already has quite an amazing following, and but yeah, he's awesome, and he had to like do his own thing instead of doing The Voice, but good on him.
Yeah. So how did you do? You made it onto The Voice and American Idol, right?
Yes, I was on The Voice first, and I think it was one of the years, like recently around that time they had they they changed the age limit, like the minimum to 15. They scouted me out wondering how old I was, and I was 14 at the time. But by the time the episode aired, which was, I think the first week was in August, but the first episode that I was in would have aired in February, which, if you think about it, is a long time. Um, but by that time, I would be 15, so I was able to get on the show. So I did the first week in August, the executive callback, that went well. And then in October, which is Rocktober, as most of my Griff fans know, um, I was out there for nearly the whole month. So it was either 3 weeks, maybe going on 4 weeks of being in a hotel room, two beds, one room, a bathroom, and that's it. We were just kind of basically like, quarantine right now, where you're kind of like in your house, but you can kind of like go through like different rooms of your house. It was basically that, but without the other rooms. So
So you were on lockdown.
yes, we were on lockdown because TV shows, like the whole confidentiality, things don't happen on, like, as far as TV goes, until it airs on TV.
So you couldn't even
So
walk outside or anything?
I could like go to the grocery store to get like essentials, but I couldn't like go back home or even visit people that were in LA. Um, or I'd have to do it in like secret and call it going to the store. Um, but yeah, I did the show. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of cool people who had the same dream as I do, who are around my age, some older. Um, but it was really cool. And the judges at that time were Blake, Adam, Alicia, and Gwen. Um, and it was really cool getting to meet them. I did make it to blind auditions, but I didn't get a chair. And I soon found out that when they turned around, um, they told me that they thought I was a 23-year-old because at that time my voice had just changed, and so I had sounded like an old man. Um, but I was 14, and I was singing a song called "Heartbreak Hotel,"
Ah,
which is a song about heartbreak, which was something that I still haven't really experienced yet. But especially
lucky
at that
you.
time, I didn't really have a clear concept of what that felt like. So I was just kind of singing the song. I was just having fun, but it just wasn't the right song to have fun.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to get to meet them, and Blake even came backstage and talked to my mom and my dad about how they had no clue how old I was. I thought I was like 9 years older than I was. Um, but it was a lot of fun. And I'm definitely glad I did it. I'm so thankful that I've gotten to reach more people through that, and reaching more people that I wouldn't have been able to reach otherwise. But
You,
after I did The Voice, then I went moved on to American Idol. Um, and American Idol, The Voice is in 2015. American Idol would have been in 2017. So I would have been 16 if my mind serves me correctly. Um, and I was doing that show, and I was kind of like and of course at that point I wasn't really happy about I wasn't really into the TV show idea anymore because I wasn't like into the whole competition, because that's not really what music is about to me. But the I guess the important part for doing TV shows is that it's exposure, it's reaching a new audience, like more than it is to kind of like be competing with another musician who's trying to make it just as much as I am. Um, so I did the show. I did my audition in New Orleans, um, in front of Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan. And my audition, it got cut down a lot for TV, cut for time.
you
Um,
did a song on the piano, if I remember right.
yes, I did. I did Lady Madonna, and and for some reason I don't seem to remember Katie winking at me, or like all these different like things that seem to be like shown on TV, but it's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But I did Lady Madonna, and what they didn't show you is that they were super unsure if they should give me the golden ticket or not. So I did Lady Madonna, and from what they told me, their thought process was okay. So this guy is really good on piano. Lady Madonna isn't really a super vocally dependent, vocally challenging, I guess, song. So it didn't really show off much as far as my voice, but of course the piano work is super impressive. Um, but I did that, and they didn't say it, but they wanted something that would showcase my voice. So they just said, "Do another song. We need something else." And so I did "Crazy Little Thing Called Love," which of course is this super jolly, just like Lady Madonna, and it's just like an Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, and of course it's by Queen, but I think it's their take on those '50s artists. But it's their take on just kind of like this thing, Colo. But I did that. It was cool. I mean, I played the guitar. It's a good song, but it doesn't really like showcase my vocal ability. Um, so I did the song, and at that point, they were really wondering if they should just like call it off, like, we're not really feeling it, or if they should give me one more shot. And I seem to remember Lionel saying something like, "I really see something. I really see a lot of potential in you, but these first two songs you picked haven't haven't sold me on it yet."
Ah.
And so when I heard that, I was like, "Well, I got one more." And of course, they were like, they were like, "Okay." Um, and the last song I did was "Sarah" by Fleetwood Mac. And Sarah, I was actually, total side note. I was watching this Lennon McCartney documentary where it was talking about like 79, 80, like in the last part of John's life, and in the background of the documentary was playing Sarah, and it was just so, it just got me in the feels. But it's a super emotional song. It's got this beautiful intro. It's a beautiful, great melody, and then it gets into the whole like the Mick Fleetwood groove and all that type of stuff. And I sung that. Um, I actually sang it. I didn't just play the guitar and just demonstrate the song. I actually like sang it, but I sang the song, and they were like, "Okay, he's got the vocals too." Because as you said, the lyrics are what most people listen to. They aren't necessarily like focused on what the piano's doing or what the guitar's doing, and so that really it was eye opening, because I guess I kind of subconsciously knew it, because people want to know like the message of a song, um, but it was definitely stressful in the moment, because I could see it that they were like, I'm not seeing the voice part of this. I'm seeing more of the instrument part of this. But they were really awesome. Lionel said on as I think some of y'all have seen on the show, he said, "If this is what you can do at 17, I'm afraid of you." Basically saying that if I keep working at what I'm doing, then hopefully the what we're going for is that it'll just keep getting better. So
Yeah.
that really that really that really made me happy. And Katie called me the next or he called she called me a young Paul McCartney. I don't know about the next Paul McCartney, but I know she called me a young Paul McCartney.
The next.
Yes. And all I remember Luke Bryan saying was that you need to pick a horse, okay? You have all these different like musical genres, and you have like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s up to now. And you have to pick a horse. You can't ride two horses at once. I'm like, "Luke,"
Spit it out.
but it was so cool just meeting all of them, and
So
getting to meet a whole bunch of people who have the same passion and dream as I do.
so the
Um,
question is, would you ever do it again?
Steve, that's a very good question. I honestly don't know. The only reason I did those shows is because they scouted me out. So I, because it seemed it seems to me that these shows have a very clear image for what they want as far as like who their winner is going to be, what they know how to promote, who they know how to promote, and right now it's hard to promote a rock artist. So I don't blame them. So I didn't really have any interest in doing them, but they scouted me out. So I was like,
How,
what the heck? It's an opportunity. If
how
I
do you
don't
say no to
take it,
that? Yeah.
then I'm just gonna like pass it up, and I'm just gonna regret it.
Yeah. You
But
can't
but
say
I
no
did
to
it
that.
absolutely, and it was good exposure. I got to meet a lot of cool people because of both those shows, and maybe if I get scouted again, I might do it. But I don't know. It's not in my near future. I'm hoping to just keep creating music and keep playing for my fans.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. I've been involved with a lot of that. I've gotten, I was actually working with the company that owns both of those shows, and I was sending them lots of names of people, and I've had a few people actually get on the shows and stuff, and it's tough. I've been to the shows, backstage, or they it's a business. They grind them and grind you in and grind you out, and especially for the auditions. Well, if you make it to the TV auditions, you're there just for whatever they want you for.
Yep.
But
It was definitely a trip, like especially on The Voice, because it's just like a big old like warehouse that they like shoot all this stuff in. But once you walk down like the scary like dark steps and you just like keep walking down, then you take that turn and there's the set, there's the doors, there's the V handle, there's like I guess like what's his name, the host of The Voice. I can't remember
oh,
his name. He'd
um,
just be there and he'd be like doing the backstage talk, like, "Are you ready, Griffin Tucker?" And I'm like, "Yes, Mr. Host, I am." But it was super cool getting to experience all that.
yeah. Hey, can you sing that whole Fleetwood Mac song? Are you comfortable with doing that one?
Shoot, I think the last time I did that song was at American Idol, but you know what? I might just do it. Why not? Let's tune that. Capos, man. For those of you who don't know, this is on the third capo on a regular guitar, but my guitar is tuned down two half steps. So I have to have it on the fifth capo. Just some extra information.
All good, all good.
Wait a minute, baby. Stay with me a while. You said you give me life, but you never told me about the fire. Drowning in the sea of love, where everyone would love to drown, but now it's gone. It doesn't matter what for. When you build your house, then call me home. what's gone on. It doesn't matter anymore. When you build your house, I'll come by. Ooh, Sarah. Ooh, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
Ugh, my voice is a little rough,
Yeah,
but
you
it's something like that.
you got to work out tonight. But yeah, that was amazing. Fleetwood Mac is always a crowd pleaser, and that's a great song to end on.
Sweet.
We've been going for well over an hour and a half. You thought you were only going to do 2 songs and 30 minutes, but you kept us going. We learned a lot more about you. Everybody, if you get the chance, like I said, follow this dude. He's truly amazing, and he's got a lot of new stuff in his head and is on his iPad, as he said earlier. That's going to be coming out. Introduce your band again. Your bands again.
My bands, I'm in Griffin Tucker and the Rock Revolution, hence my name in front of the Rock Revolution. I'm in that band doing my solo songs like the songs off Believe It, songs like my earlier songs, Girlfriend, and also some cool covers as well. I also have Vinyl Device, which is now just starting up, with a totally new set of originals. Haven't been released yet. Hopefully sometime in the very near future. But I'm also in a Led Zeppelin tribute band playing drums called the Battle of Evermore. And if you also want to check out Shrews Marie, I'm also supporting her, playing some guitar for her. So those are my big bands. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. So lots of music coming up in the future with Griffin Tucker, everybody. Griffin, I want to really thank you so much once again for coming on. But as soon as you get that drummer going and you're all set, I'm going to teach you how to stream the whole band so we can get you guys live through your mixing board. And we're going to give these people a concert for sure.
Get this party going.
Get this party going. But thanks so much, Griffin. Once again, you've not only you guys have supported me also over all these years. You know, you're always tagging me, and you're sharing things with me, and you're following what I do too. So I really appreciate that, because it all helps each other if we all try to go forward together.
Absolutely. It's so toxic to push other people down. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
It's so important to just keep supporting other people, because that's why I support other artists, and that's why I support shows, is because if I'm not going to make it, I'm going to try and make sure that the people that I support and that I love are going to make it, So I appreciate your support, and of course I'm always here to support.
All right, well, give some shout outs to some of the people that have helped you along the way.
Well, the biggest shout out I want to give is to the Griffin Army. I'm sure I've overstated it so much during this well over hour and a half, but I love y'all so much. It really means a lot to me that y'all are still with me, just rocking along with me, and I can't thank y'all enough. And of course, to my parents for being super big motivators and just being my best support group next to my fans. So those are my 2 big shout outs I want to give.
Very cool. And we're putting together some more acts for the rest of the month. Let's see if I got any lined up I can share with you. We've got Delphi Freeman Band. Yeah. Have you met Delphi throughout this internet stuff, Griffin?
I don't think I have.
She's an amazing...
I'm honestly terrible with names.
She's an amazing singer-songwriter from the Bay Area, and her brothers are in the band with her. I want you to watch that show because this is what I want to do for you. They're gonna play.
Okay.
They're gonna play live. They're gonna stream through their board. They're gonna sound like a rock concert, and that's what we want for Vinyl Device to do in the near future. And
Yeah.
we also have Josh Rosenblum. He's going to be on the show. He with Cedric. I think they're going to do cajon and guitar, and an amazing singer. And I think I asked him to bring his trumpet in. He plays the trumpet or the saxophone. Either the trumpet or the saxophone. I said bring it in. I've never been able to add that into the show, so let's give that a shot.
Y'all
And-
give mad respect to the people who play cajon. That is a very humbling job, and you know what? Someone's got to do it. So give some respect to your fellow cajon players.
Right. And I think I told you we're going to have a Zeppelin tribute band coming in, and they're going to try to go acoustic. I know how.
Yeah.
How are they going to do it? But they're going to do it with a cajon and bass guitar, lead guitar, and I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. So they're going to be on coming up in October, coming up. So lots of good stuff coming up, folks. Keep sending that love up the side of the screen. Thank you so much. We love you all. Griffin, once again, you stay right there, Griffin. But goodbye, everybody. We love you.